Out of curiosity, why are you test deleting your own messages? Ah, okay. I'm not sure I have either, actually. I was gonna say, your bat emote is nothing offensive that you would have to delete. The OnlyFans page, on the other hand. Hello. %. No way that's accurate. I mean, listen, I don't watch basketball enough to know. But from my perspective as somebody that isn't familiar, that did not seem equitable. I mean, there was a lot of what looked like it could have been fouls on both sides, and for the free throws to be 24-8, something didn't seem to add up for me with that. Well, that opens up another question, right? Which is, did they miss them? Or were they letting certain things go because it's the finals? I mean, so like, here's my point of view, right? As somebody who doesn't know. I thought, honestly, the fact that the Knicks only lost by 4 is still pretty bad news for San Antonio because the Knicks played like shit in the fourth quarter. They couldn't hit a shot to save their life. I mean, it took them, what, 4 minutes to make their first basket? And I don't think San Antonio... I mean, they missed some shots, but I don't think they missed anywhere near the number of shots the Knicks did they? I'd have to see the statistics. But they seem like they played a decent game. So then you have to wonder, what version of the Knicks are you going to get in Game 4? Are you going to get... I can't surface for error in order to get this achievement. I don't know if I'm going to get it. Right? What version of the Knicks are you going to see in Game 4? The one from the 13-game winning streak or the one from Game 3? Okay, I'm going to drown. Did I just screw that up? Oh, I did. I wasn't supposed to get the air bubble. Well, I'll say this, right? The Knicks should have lost Game 2. And if they hadn't been playing like such shit, they should have won Game 3. Right, exactly. They 100% should have lost Game 2. And realistically, they should have won Game 3. The whole team chose. They had a bad fourth quarter, so I think that evens out. I mean, the coach was right. They didn't get to the free throw line often enough, but you can't pin everything on that. You only lost by 4 points. Maybe if you'd scored a couple baskets to start the fourth quarter. But one part of it I do understand is that if Brunson didn't have so many fouls himself, he wouldn't have been on the bench for as long as he was, because when the lead started slipping away, I'm sure the coach would have put him back in. Well, I'll try and get you some fresh air, bud, but... Yeah, they were saying that on the broadcast, too, that he'd even come in early, but he probably would have come in earlier even than that. I would imagine, anyway, with the game slipping away. But... Hooray! Except now I'm about to drown. We'll see what happens in game 4, right? I will say, though, again, as more of a outside observer, if they lose game 4, I think a lot of Knicks fans are going to be very nervous. Well, that's part and parcel with being a Knicks fan. I wouldn't say... Alright, so like I've said before, right? I'm not a basketball guy. So I don't consider myself a Knicks fan. Because I don't follow. But I do consider myself a Knicks supporter. Right? I won't call myself a fan because I don't watch every game. I don't follow it more so outside of highlights. But I can sit here and not feel nervous because I'm just looking at it statistically and logically. 13 straight wins. You're gonna lose a game eventually. But if you flipped it around and it was the Rangers in the Stanley Cup final, 13 straight wins, and now it's 2-1, yeah, I'd be the same way. I'd be nervous. Like, ah, shit. Here we go. They're gonna find a way to blow it. I'll tell you what, the Golden Knights put on a hell of a performance before the start of the game in Vegas. I mean, they do like a full-on Vegas casino-style show. Well, who guarded him in the first game when they basically kept him quiet? They need to get back to what they were doing. Listen, there was a lot of adrenaline last night, you know, the city, the energy. It's possible, you know, you get a little overexcited. And I don't know how good San Antonio's starters and their bench is. Is there somebody that you could realistically leave open to guard Wemby 2-on-1 because he's so tall? And then just take your chances with that guy missing? Like, or do you have to go straight zone coverage or 1-on-1? I mean, dude, that guy is so tall. I would think you have to play a zone defense against him, right? You're not going to go 1-on-1. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine so. And that's more just like common sense to me. Like, I don't think you have to know basketball for that. You kind of just look at the size of the dude. And logically speaking, 1-on-1, odds are you're not going to have somebody who's guarding him. Unless you have your own 7'5" behemoth. And I mean, it sounds kind of rude, right? But he is a behemoth. Is there any way to describe somebody that large other than that? Hello. Well, I guess it depends on the definition you go by with the word. See, to me, a behemoth is somebody that's a giant, super tall. You don't have to necessarily be built. But to be fair, I think you're right. I think in the wrestling world, people say behemoth for somebody who's like The Rock, right? Super jacked and massively built out. Maybe I should call him a cell phone tower instead of a behemoth. I'll tell you what, he can have 50 pounds off of me if he wants it. See, now there's a name I actually recognize. Not Shaq. Yao Ming. Everybody knows Shaq. That's nothing to be surprised over. I don't know a lot of basketball players, but I do remember that. Now that's one thing I don't know. Did he ever win a ring? Son of a... He played with Houston, right? On the Rockets? Maybe. Hey, I knew something. I'm so proud of myself. Maybe Kazooie was visiting that OnlyFans page you guys were discussing. Carolina already scored. Although, as these teams have demonstrated, a lead is not always a good thing in this series. Now you're working tonight? Isn't that a good thing? That's true, yeah. I guess it depends on your reaction to it. And Vegas already took a That's kind of a bullshit call, though, because they were both holding on to one another. I would say you either have to call both of them, or you just have to let that play go. When's game 4? Anyway, Slayer, is that tomorrow, or is there an extra day off between? Don't want to go out that way. Alright, so then the extra days between games 4 and 5 then, right? Yeah, because if game 4 is Wednesday and you have the extra day off, it would be Thursday, Friday off, and then Saturday. So I think you're right. You're welcome, Mr. Toothache. Every single game so far, all 4 games of the Stanley Cup Final have opened with a 2-0 lead for one or another team. How in the hell? Neither am I, but you know what they say in the car business? There's an ass for every seat. Are these things like radioactive crabs? Oh man, can you imagine somebody contracting radioactive crabs? month. Oh, damn it. The second I looked away at the hockey game, I get nipped by the radioactiveness. I'm having fun. Yeah, I've got mine on my bookcase with all my video game collectibles. I actually have Banjo Tooie as well. I just never played it. I acquired that later in life as a collectible. Yeah, I don't have anything. The only thing I had complete in box is my Sonic collection. Everything else is... Well, let me rephrase that. I have a lot of games complete in box. The only ones I have factory wrapped brand new is my Sonic collection. I have a lot of Genesis games complete in box. PlayStation, Wii, things like that are all in the box. I probably should play Banjo Tooie at some point as a first playthrough. The next retro achievements I do after this are going to be along the lines of this. There's some ROM hacks of Banjo Kazooie I want to do. I think Banjo Tooie first time playthrough would be fun. Throw the Bomberman first time playthroughs in between. Oh, Vegas answered back. Shoot, I didn't know that was there. I won't buy a game. I won't buy a disc game unless it's complete in box. Just because I don't have anywhere to store it. But cartridge games, I don't care if it has a box or not. Yeah, I'm the same as you. Okay, where's the hole? There's the hole. Shut up. Yes, I heard. I don't mind repo carts if I'm gonna play it. If it's for my collectibles and whatnot, then I won't buy repo cards, but to actually use on my systems, yeah, I don't. Okay, where the hell is the mole groundhog thing? You're supposed to be teaching me moves. looks like a good goal to me. What is it? How you doing, Danny girl? You know, I read an article in the newspaper today that made me think of you. It was like 2 hours ago, but you were the first person I thought of. The article was talking about how in all 50 states, New York was rated the #2 worst state for porch pirates. And I immediately thought of you. Because they 100% porch pirated your hat. Yeah, it does depend on where. It was just a... New York City, if they leave it outside, for sure. Well, that's because where you grew up, you did have to. Your wife probably is raised in Kansas, right? Is it really? The emulator's at the same 20%. That's odd. I can lower it. How's that? No, you're good. Nobody said anything, so I didn't touch it, but anytime someone tells me it's too loud, I'll make an adjustment. These degenerates just didn't tell me. It depends on the game, right? Because you can set the emulator to a certain volume level, but the ROM, some of the games are much louder than others.
Grumpy Dad! Hi, my name's Grumpy Dad, and I'm Grumpy.
Scared the crap out of me. Wompy, thank you for the bits, and for scaring the crap out of me. Thank you for the Prime sub, I appreciate that. Prime Gaming. No, I didn't do that. Fortunately, I didn't do that. But yeah, with the hat thing, I couldn't help it. As soon as I saw Porch Pirates, it's like, yep, well, that explains why your hat went missing. We need to find a way to get you another one. Well, that's fair. Can't argue with that. Honestly, I've had packages supposed to come out to me here in Kentucky that have gotten lost in New Jersey, and my orders have gotten canceled. How you doing, Mr. Dangler? I see you found our new...
A Dink Dangler asked me, could you tell Ancient Slayer all the dangers of having thousands of people just like Grumpy Dad, and the risks of leaving the door unlocked? Ancient
Hey, I
Slayer
don't break
7,
into people's
having
houses.
thousands of Grumpy Dad clones would be a damn nightmare. Constant arguing, loud opinions, and zero peace. And leaving the door unlocked?
Oh, not
That's
that
how you
loud.
invite in thieves, raccoons, and every idiot with sticky fingers.
Raccoons?
Lock the damn door, you dork. Scrap!
How the hell's a raccoon gonna open the door? Thieves, sure, but raccoons? Anyway, you did mention she's from Michigan, but that's how it is in the Midwest. They don't lock their doors. So like when I moved out here, everybody was waving to me on the street. And when I first moved here, I didn't realize that they're just friendly. Literally everybody's waving as you drive by. I'm like, who the fuck are these people? Why are they waving at me? Do I know them? Did I meet them and forget? Like, I couldn't figure it out. Took me like a month to realize that everybody here is just super friendly and they just wave as you drive by if they're walking. I mean, hell. In New York, if you're walking, you're too busy dodging everybody else. You're not waving and saying hi to everybody you walk by. You'd be waving all day long. I have an OnlyFans? No. I might have. I read an article that one of them got their jersey like ripped off and destroyed or something. I don't know if that's the same story. It bothers me when people do that. Like, come on. We're not Philadelphia. We don't need to be beating on opposing fans. A couple of Rangers fans did that to a Tampa fan a couple years ago when they played in the playoffs. Guy just like cold cocked him walking down the hallway at Madison Square Garden. Hello. Like, you know, it's okay to, like, talk trash and whatever, like, fine. You know what? Do that. But don't be beating on people, opposing fans, you know? That's just classless. Not to mention you get arrested. Although, well, maybe not in New York City, but most places you'd get arrested. Where the hell is bottles in here? Oh, yeah, there we go. That sounds about right. Damn, I did forget those ones. Damn it. Does your job just not have an HR department? Or does HR just not care because it's night shift? Well, also, if you're all doing it to one another and you're all just rude and whatnot to one another, then it's kind of hard for one single person to complain. I mean, the one coworker doesn't seem to mind being called Shamu, so... Perfect timing. My sister's husband, back before he was with her, was engaged to a woman that I used to call Fudgy. For those of you familiar with Carvel, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I can't imagine. 3 miles in advance? Hell no. She must be more from, like, rural Michigan. Because Detroit has plenty of traffic. It's not like New York traffic, but there's plenty of traffic. Hell is Bottles is supposed to be teaching me invincibility. Is he up here? Ew. There he is. Well, you can't lose Shamu. Please hold. Dead and horny? That's quite the interesting combination. Why does he keep doing this to you exactly? Yeah, so definitely rural. Alright, where's this frickin' blue Jinjo? Down there, maybe? Who's Liquid Mike? Sounds like a wrestling name. Ah, okay. I'm not all that familiar with a lot of bands by name. Pretty sure I was here already, but I'm gonna double check the spot. Is that another band? Did I come in here yet? I did not. Okay, that's all the skull tokens. Just gotta find where the hell this Jinjo is. There he is. Buddy. A little irritated, although not surprised that it took me that long to swim through that area and actually discover that, but what are you gonna do? What the hell's he up to? What's happening, Minus, aside from the Facebook issue? You might have to start coming up with some better passwords. Pretty sure I was supposed to come here third, and I accidentally went to Bubble Goop Swamp third, but whatever. If I have a rough month this month, I may take you up on that. I mean, it's kind of implied with the name Speed Rub, no? Oh, no, you don't get that treatment. That costs a lot more than $388. You gotta throw in at least 3 or 4 more, 5 or 6 more zeros if you want a trumpet cloud. And that's just the start of the negotiation. Getting ready for work. Oh, of course in cash. For me. Now, I kind of remember that for Freeze Easy Peak, you don't actually get all the notes the first time, because you have to be there twice due to a certain power-up. $450? Definitely don't have enough for that. Uh-oh. Ooh, big stop. It's already 3-1, and he scores there out of the penalty box. It's trouble. Ouch. That hurt. I thought it was I saw the signs, but perhaps I was mistaken. Oh. That puck went in, but I don't know if that's going to count. The period had just ended. Oh, I want to see the clock on this. You can't get any closer than that. And the green light went on. No, it's not going to count. way past the time. Uh-oh. I don't know what that means. If the clock on the broadcast is the correct clock, then the period's over. And I think the teams knew it too, because they went to the dressing room. Oh, I thought that was tub? I don't... Yeah, I have no idea what the heck that means. Where are we headed here? There we go. Mad Monster Mansion. Oh wait, but I didn't unlock this level yet, did I? Is that another band? That's for the pumpkin. Oh, hello. Well, you know what, Grunty? How about you shut up? Do you smell him? I love these frickin' injection commercials. The little thing at the bottom, don't share needles. No. I don't like getting clean needles, let alone ones somebody else has already used. Okay, so I need the speed shoes from the other level first. Mark this off. Freeze. Hey. Watch it. I'm literally just here to learn the move because... I have to come back to get all the notes. Kazooie is extremely noisy, that is accurate. Whoops.
Gravebound asked me, tell Grumpy everything about anything replacing every word with go. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go.
I have never seen any Jay and Silent Bob movies. Usually a good idea when headed to work. Yeah, you should probably raise someone your own size, but I don't care enough to worry about it. Okay, I gotta skip that for now. Actually, no, I can collect that. I just can't collect 3 more. Or 4 more. Could really use a health drop, but I don't think you can attack as the walrus. Frickin' evil ass snowman. Snowmen are getting on my nerves. Let's mark both of those down on the tracker. I don't know. Can't help you with that one. Mi dispiace, senor. There. You would think it would be in the grumpy pants, because if you're that grumpy, that's when you would kind of figure you need it, because you're going to be pissing people off. Up. I'm gonna die in about 2 seconds, really. Let's try to land on the chimney. Stupid bear. Okay, we got that one. And I lost my Banjo progress. Because of course I did. Their dad went out to fetch the presents and never came back. How sad. Hello, Christmas lights. don't remember how many you need to get there either. I was gonna say, there's no way there's only 3. That's how many more I need to get. I mean, if it's in the house somewhere, at least you know you'll find it later. Nah, they knew what they were in for. They did it for the love of the tree. Sure, I'll race against you. Oh, I need the fast shoes. Okay, never mind. It's too easy to kick your ass, so I'm just gonna give up trying. Actually, probably didn't need to bother with that because I'm gonna have to come back later anyway. Probably somewhat realistic that there are ants in the Christmas tree, but not a big fan of it. I don't want ants in my tree. It'll turn up eventually. And what they are they stupid? Or do they just want to avoid They probably just want to avoid scandal. Because then they have to admit that they messed up. But here's the thing, it's like you said. If that's not a flagrant foul, all the Knicks are going to be doing that exact same thing tomorrow, and the referees cannot call it a flagrant foul. Yeah, you're good. You've been nice to us. Yeah, so that's why they didn't give it to him. That's the only reason they're saying that it wasn't a flagrant foul. Because they don't want him suspended for Game 4. But, again, that opens the door now because basically every member of the Knicks has free license to do that to him and all the other Spurs. And they can't call it, right? Because you said it's not. But I can guarantee you what would end up happening is they'll call it a flagrant during the game. They'll get penalized. And then after the game, they'll review it and say, yeah, it's not a flagrant, we're taking it away. Like they did one of the other games for, what's his name, Robinson. No, I didn't. I wasn't looking on that play. Oh, technical, okay. That, yeah, but that's what I mean. They would review it after the fact and then rescind it. They'll give the Knicks a flagrant foul and then they'll review and rescind it the next day or some bullshit. Just wouldn't surprise me. Because, again, it's like you mentioned, they really did open the door for both teams at this point to throw each other down by the neck. Right, there's one more skull token under one of the enemy snowmen, but I think I destroyed all the enemy snowmen. Oh. Yeah, whatever. All good. Slayer will catch it. Yeah, well, it's absolutely ridiculous the way they called that. Not exactly sure why I thought I needed to come back a second time to get all the notes. I know I needed to come back a second time to finish the level, but definitely seems like I can collect all the notes.
Minus_games asked me, savagely roast Minus_games with maximum length response, go. Minus_games, you absolute barnacle. Watching you attempt to play a platformer is like
Heading to work.
observing a sedated sloth try to navigate a minefield. Your incompetence is truly a feat of nature. It requires a special kind of stupidity to fumble such simple mechanics. You are a drain on the intelligence of this entire chat. Honestly, you are a complete waste of bandwidth and a genuine embarrassment to humanity.
Damn. I mean, you did ask for it. I think we've got, I don't remember how many. I put in at least 4 or 5 new redeems. And a couple of them were Ask AI questions. One of them is just an updated song and then a new song. Hey, it doesn't matter. You asked to be roasted, he roasted. Oh, he messaged me today. Let's see. He said he sent me a GIF. Doctor, you need to stop masturbating. Me, for how long? Doctor, at least until I finish your prostate exam. That's what he sent me today. Seemed par for the course for him. Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen him in a while just because I haven't been able to do any daytime streams on the weekends. Now that his son lives with him, he's sleeping regular human being hours and not staying up till 5 a.m. Roma is in the... Oh, okay. Like, you mean the city of Rome? Take me to Roma. Yeah, no, I saw it was just a misspelling. That's good, I'm happy. Toka deserves love. Why don't you be like everybody else in America and poop on company time? I mean, I don't, but it seems like a pretty common thing. not doing too bad, actually. We're pacing finishing 2 full levels 100% tonight. It's more than I thought it would be. Hey, it's a key. I don't remember if there's any music notes back there, and since I died in between attempts here, I might have to go back and look, but we'll see how many notes we end up with. Probably a cup of coffee or two. But then again, if you're on ADHD medication, maybe coffee's not the best thing. Come on. Yeah, we're not doing that again. Collect all the notes later. God damn. I think I'm usually like 118 over 80, something like that. What's considered normal? 120 over 80? Yeah, I'm like right there. One is 18 or something over 80, 17 over 80. Is the blood pressure for night stream normally higher because everybody's like jacked up on caffeine to stay up all night? I would imagine so. It goes completely against your natural circadian rhythms to be awake at night and sleeping during the day. Not letting me change the camera. This guy is quite hungry. There's musical notes down there. There's got to be some of those shoes that there's something very nearly fell off into the death stand down there. That would have been bad. Inside the star pyramid. Is this the star pyramid? No, it's not. Calling interference on Vegas or Carolina? Carolina. Gotcha. The deathly music just stops. It's like, take a break. Okay, I was gonna say, why is the timer still going? There's our jigsaw. I don't know why my thumb isn't holding me right now. Not worried about the honeycomb right now. What does this do? I want the rubber. Really? Alright, let's go learn the move before we exit out Bottles is not here. There you Ooh, Vegas tied it. Alright.
Ancient_Slayer7 asked me pretend Grumpy Dad is Quagmire and roast the living crap out of him like you mean it. Max length response. Oh, so now Grumpy Dad is Quagmire? Perfect. That explains the sleazy confidence, the weirdly overused charm, and the fact that they're one bad decision away from a full-blown disaster. They play Banjo Kazooie like they're piloting a shopping cart with a broken wheel, and somehow still act smug about it. Absolute clown behavior.
Well, thank you for that, Brian. No, that's just TTS voice, Brian. It was like one of the first ever TTS voices they created, and his name is Brian. But anyway, more like than not, we'll see what happens. I'm probably gonna come back tomorrow morning. I gotta be up early for meetings tomorrow.
You suck, you jackass.
Thank you. So I'm going to bed. I'm working on all that. I got a lot of balls in the air. And yes, I know I said balls in the air. Alright, good night everybody. We'll circle back tomorrow morning, if not tomorrow night. Let's go hang out with Marino.